Pag-usapan naman natin ang update sa action plan para sa mga senior citizens at ang panukalang inihain upang sila'y makapagtrabaho ng muli. Makakausap po natin si Attorney Franklin Quijano, Chairperson ng National Commission of Senior Citizens. Magandang tanghali po, Attorney Quijano.
Magandang tanghali po at magandang tanghali sa lahat na tagapanood, tagapakinig sa inyong bagong programa, Bagong Pilipinas Ngayon.
Okay, Attorney, ito po, ano po yung reaction nyo dito sa panukala na inihain ni ACT CIS Party List Representative Erwin Tulfo na naglalayong mag-hire ang mga pribadong kumpanya ng mga senior citizen?
Well, actually, it's a very welcome development and I actually salute former Secretary and now Congressman Erwin Tulfo for such a good move. May mga nakikita lang kaming dapat pang gawin ng ating pamahalaan. Unang-una, sana po yung makapagtrabaho ay covered ng insurance. And sometimes yung mga civil service law, GSIS at SSS law tends to limit the coverage of the insurance. Baka pwedeng tingnan ito, but in the meantime, with senior citizens working, talagang natutuwa ang senior citizens niyan. May ilan ng mga establishment na talagang nag-hire, nag-employ ng mga senior citizens. Sana dumami ang establishments na nag-hire ng mga senior citizens.
Ayun, sir, ano po sa tingin ninyo yung mga dapat bigyang prioridad ngayon pagdating sa employment ng mga senior citizens?
Well, actually, we are looking at not just employment. Ma'am Nina and Ma'am Janet, the issue that we are looking at is how can the senior citizens transfer their skills and their experiences and even their wisdom to the next generation. Kaya yung development work na kung saan ang experience ng mga senior citizens patungkol sa barangay development, city development, planning and all, ay pwedeng magagamit ng ating pamahalaan. And also enterprise development. Marami pong mga senior citizens na mga magagaling sa handicrafts. Hindi kailangan college graduate, ngunit farmers man sila, fishermen man sila, but may mga skill sets na pwedeng ipamahagi. We are actually trying to encourage senior citizens to be more productive by encouraging enterprises to support them and enterprises to be created. Of course, employment is part of it. And natutuwa tayo dahil maraming senior citizens ang naghahanap ng trabaho dahil gusto nilang magamit yung oras nila and they possess the skill and the stability and the focus to work.
Talaga namang maraming productive na senior citizens. Yung magulang ko nga, ikaw Eunice, ako 70 plus na. Yung magulang ko nagtatrabaho pa rin. Wow. Oo. So, gaano po kahalaga, sir, na mabigyan ng pagkakataon ang mga senior citizen na makapagtrabaho, lalo na't kaya pa naman nila?
Nako, pinakamahalaga. Alam mo, we are being compelled to stay and limit our movement dahil napupursige tayong mag-retire at 65. But there are lots of healthy and productive senior citizens na gustong pang magtrabaho. And that is why in the senior citizens organizations and associations, pinag-usapan natin at hinihikayat natin sila, ano ba ang pwedeng inventaryo nyo ng mga skills nyo para maitulong. And I think this should bring in a new initiative na ang mga senior citizens mismo magtanong ano pang maiaambag natin, ano pang maitutulong natin sa susunod na henerasyon. Alam nyo, Ninya, yung mga senior citizens, pag hindi iniwan yung abilidad nila, tinatanong ko nga, by way of a gist, sa Ilocos, ang mga senior citizens magagaling magbayo. Ngunit kung tanungin sila, ang kanilang mga apo ba ay magaling magbayo, mukhang hindi na gaano sila ka-confident dahil doon nakafocus yung mga apo doon sa mga bagong mga tablet at cellphones. And so we really hope that as part of our learning experience, we can share our skills to the next generation.
Sir, meron lang po akong tanong dito, no? Do you agree na kapag bumalik po sa trabaho ang ating mga senior citizens, they should be compensated according to the wage law and not discounted, especially kung menial jobs po yung ginagawa nila? At yung isa pang tanong, should they also be allowed to work 8 hours?
Well, as to the first question, I would like to say the senior citizens offer is very flexible. But I hope that the management, businesses, and even government will realize how experienced a senior citizen is based on his skills, based on the craftsmanship, and the experience he has. So sana po ma-appreciate yung senior citizens at mabigyan ng karapatang compensation for that. Of course, yung pangalawang tanong mo, Linya, ay medyo kailangang flexible din tayo because sometimes ang senior citizen would just like to work based on ano ang gusto niya, di ba? Sometimes flexibility becomes very important. Kaya I know of some food chains na nagbibigay ng 4 hours at natutuwa si senior citizen dahil pinapatrabaho. Like si McDo nag-decide, si KFC nag-decide. SM is also supporting. I know that the others are contemplating and are supporting. And the latest finding we have is mas nakafocus si senior citizen. Mas hindi nag-iisip na umalis sa trabaho. Yung mga millennials na nagtatrabaho minsan sa dami ng offer, maraming nag-a-apply, tinatanggap, tapos biglang umalis at maghanap na naman ng iba. So, in terms of stability in decision-making, the senior citizen is more reliable. Let's just hope that part of it is to really make the senior citizen healthy. And as part of my commercials na gustong ipasok sa bagong Pilipinas ngayon, we are thankful to President Bongbong Marcos and the DBM for downloading 43 billion pesos para sa mga senior citizens to have annual regular medical examination. This will go a long way. This is actually a shot in the arm of the family. Kasi if the family would not have any support over knowing the medical condition of the senior, necessarily it becomes a burden on them. But with government giving an annual regular medical examination, medyo tuloy-tuloy na, medyo may assist na sa ating mga pamilya. So the family is better off together with the senior citizen. And sana po, tulungan nyo kami, Ma'am Ninya, to promote this program which is being handled by PhilHealth to all the senior citizens. Sana po ang lahat na senior citizens 100% ay mayroong annual regular medical examination.
That's a very good point, Toy, na sabi ni Sir kanina kasi talagang value of hard work talagang natututunan natin at number 1 yung mga senior citizen natin dyan. Pero speaking of programs, Sir, no, hingi na rin po kami ng update dito sa Philippine Action Plan para sa mga kababayan nating senior citizen. Ano na po ba yung status nito? Saka po, ano po yung mga prioridad ng programa nito para sa mga senior citizens ng bansa?
Ma'am Eunice, I'm going to invite you to attend the October 1 to 7. October 1 to 7 is the Elderly Week celebration of the whole Philippines, yung linggo ng mga nakatatanda. And on October 1, we'll be having Simba, Zumba, Sigla at Saya because it's a Sunday and we have to go to church. So Simba po, Zumba, Sigla at Saya. But on Monday, we'll be launching the Philippine Plan of Action for the Senior Citizens, as well as the AIDS-friendly local governments, AIDS-friendly cities, municipalities, and communities. With these two initiatives, we hope that the whole nation and the whole government will put their movements in cadence para matulungan hindi lamang ang senior citizen, hindi lamang ang bata, hindi lamang yung babae, kundi lahat na age groups. Sana magiging supportive ang ating pamahalaan.
Sir, isa po sa mga bahagi ng action plan para sa mga senior citizens, itong guidelines ng Philippine Age-Friendly Cities and Communities. Ano po ba ang layunin at kahalagahan nito?
Alam nyo, may international guidelines na ginawa. at nakikita natin na yung international guidelines are really very European or Western in orientation kasi ando doon yung mga accessibility, infrastructure, etc. But there is one value that we have seen in the Filipino which we pride ourselves with. And that is, alam mo, sa buong mundo, ando ng Pilipino dahil na caring si Pilipino, nagmamahal si Pilipino, mapagkalinga si Pilipino. And that is why we have a very large number of OFW. So itong OFW natin is something to be proud of. And that comes not just that they are OFW. It comes from their upbringing, their families loving each other, their families believing in God, their families taking care not just with the family but also neighbors, and of course when they're in the other countries they care for other people. And this value may not be measured just in terms of dollars or pesos because it is built in our culture. So yan po yung isang measure na gusto nating ipaabot sa lahat ng mga local government units, cities, municipalities, and communities. Sana we will be able to develop a homegrown, AIDS-friendly approach of really not just helping the senior citizens, but all people of all ages.
Kumusta na, attorney, sa ngayon ang inyong database system para sa mga senior citizen? Ilan na po ang bilang ng mga nakapagparehistro dito?
Ma'am Ninya, it's online, and that means we are trying to establish the relation between the senior citizen directly sa NCSC. Kung ang senior citizen ay nagpapakita ng interest at gumamit ng cellphone na Android, makakapasok siya kaagad at ma-online register. Of course, alam natin na hindi lahat ng senior citizen are literate in terms of the modern technology, pero naniniwala tayo na may anak siya na marunong or may apo siya na marunong, o kung walang anak at apo na marunong, may kapitbahay, may organisasyon ng senior citizen, may OSCA pa at may mayor ng munisipyo. So, kung tutulungan lang si senior citizen, maabot natin yung registration. Sa ngayon, we are proud to tell you that umaabot na tayo ng 2.8 million plus na ang nag-register. So, in fact, isa sa mga excitement ko is how to be able to capture in the data yung 28888 para makita natin na talagang may meaning yung mga registration. And of course, our target is by December, baka maabot natin ang 8 to 9 million. And therefore, when the work is transferred to us from DSWD, and with the other programs we have over development and nation building, wellness, health, and emergency response for the senior, securing the rights of the seniors, readying the seniors for self-care and risk and safety management, medyo kayang-kaya ni senior dahil andyan yung database na reliable.
Eto sir, meron po kayong Elderly Week celebration, no? Baka po gusto niyo silang imbitahin. Mensahe niyo na lang po sa ating mga senior citizens na nanonood at nakikinig po sa programa natin ngayon.
Sa lahat ng mga senior citizens, the attention being given by government and our nation to the senior citizens has been on the highest level, never been before enjoyed. And we are thankful na nagawa itong National Commission of Senior Citizens under the Office of the President. Sana po, i-celebrate natin ang Elderly Week celebration to the best of what we can. We are asking all the local governments to help us in the celebration. And of course, may word of caution tayo dahil may nangyayaring mga election processes. We hope that our local governments will also be mindful na hindi siya maging political because sa munisipyo na lang natin dapat i-celebrate. Yung sa barangay, wag na muna nating i-celebrate. And in the municipalities, we hope that we will have on the first day, Simba going to pay our respects to the Lord, Sumba A lot of exercise is needed by the senior citizens. And of course, sigla and saya. We have to be healthy, we have to be happy. And we would want our senior citizens groups to go into tree planting if there is, coastal cleaning if there is, maybe medical mission if you have doctors in the municipality, and a lot of other activities. And I hope that we will join, and we ask our local governments to join in the AIDS-friendly cities, municipalities, and communities, and in supporting the Philippine Plan of Action for the senior citizens. As it is, our hands are full. Nire-review pa rin natin yung mga benefits ng senior citizens. We want the contribution coming from the senior citizens. We seek your support. Let us unite senior citizens. God bless everyone, and thank you sa bagong Pilipinas ngayon.
Alright, so subaybayan po natin yan ang ating mga healthy at happy senior citizens.